it a lot.
It's like me watching Lord of the Rings when it's a 4th of July party and I can't hear what's going on.
That's the first time she saw Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My friend's like, you should watch this. And
There are a
everybody
couple-
else is just getting drunk.
There are a couple movies I watched over at your house, like...
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
No, I feel like you let me borrow that. What's the one with the two brothers who are killing people?
Boondock Saints?
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like I watched all of that during a party at your house one time. So I got the gist of it, but not much gist. And
You got the idea.
yeah, there's at least one more movie like that where I wasn't quite attuned to the audio.
It happens.
This is going to be our 60th episode.
Woo!
Yeah. 60.
We did it, Brian.
6-0.
How many have you been
Well,
in?
don't count online.
I don't know. Third, maybe?
Too many.
Third?
A third of them?
Oh, I don't know. I think Katrina is the
I would assume.
the highest
Yeah, that
guest
makes,
now.
That makes more sense.
You got to catch up.
And then I'm trying to think who would be next. It'd probably be Brian and then Anthony.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
How many's Travis been on? Like 4?
3 or 4. Not a lot. We're not having any political discussions on here, so we probably won't be on.
Was Eric one?
Eric was the first
The
one.
very first.
And that's it?
I tried to have him on 50, but he's like, I can't do it.
I can't schedule.
I'm like, oh, how about this day? And he's
That
like, oh,
was
yeah.
the weirdest thing, how he's like, I can't make a plan in advance because I might have plans.
Yeah. Well, it's basically telling you that you're second to whatever might possibly come up, period.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, I was giving him a hard time about Last of Us. He's never played it, and we've all talked about how great it is, so he bought it for him.
You bought it for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
For like $10 on Amazon, and I was like, you're going to play this fucking game.
And I told him, I said-
the PS4 version, right?
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, how is The Last of Us? And he's like, I haven't played it yet, it's going to be a while. This is how I imagine him talking. It's going to be a while. He's like, you guys incessantly talk about
It's
it.
the top of his list for next year.
And I'm like,
For next year.
What,
When does that start?
what is he playing now,
January
though?
1st.
What is he putting ahead of it? I'm kind of
Nothing
curious.
now. Whatever's highest on Metacritic that he owns. Whatever he's gotten for free, and that's highest on Metacritic.
That's
Wait,
So it'd be
is he
Last
getting
of Us.
multiple games for free?
Everything on like Xbox Live and PS Plus.
but it'd be
he gets
Last
free
of Us.
games.
That game is super highly rated.
So it's on the top now.
He says that we've talked about it a lot, and I'm like, dude, we haven't hung out in like 6 years regularly.
We have talked about the game.
I talk about it a lot.
It's because it's great.
Yeah. And you haven't watched the trailer, though, so how? For part 2.
I didn't say the second one's great. I said the first one's great. The first one is one of the few games I played through twice. Like, I didn't play any Last of Us through twice.
Wait.
Fallout, sorry. Not Fallout, sorry. Wait.
Uncharted.
Let's back it up
Uncharted.
here.
Thank you.
I'm surprised.
Strike
from
that, reverse it. I actually bought the
Collection?
collection because I want to go back through it. But I've been putting like a ton of time into Shadows of War.
Yeah,
That game. You didn't text me back. I was facing this guy named Douche Iron Fist.
I was
or
driving.
Douche Stone
I was
Fist.
working.
Oh, okay.
That was a Sunday, wasn't it? I was working.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
That was fun.
Nobody cares about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been putting.
I pronounced it Dush.
No, he said it.
It said douche.
Because it says Douche Stone
first,
Fist.
first game had that too. Which
Yeah.
is-
Have you run into the guy that got memorialized in that game yet?
No, what was his name?
He was a worker for the company and he died of cancer or something.
remember hearing
and they put him
something
in
about
the game as like a he randomly comes in and kills the guy and then he runs away.
Huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, there are Gondorian soldiers and stuff going throughout the city.
John Dorian.
Gondorian.
I've never heard that word before. Is that an actual
I think it would be. I mean, what would you call them?
Gondorites?
Gondorites? I guess I should do the welcome real quick, and we can keep talking about Shadows of War for a minute. So, hello and welcome to the 60th episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Joey Tribbiani, Chandler Bing,
What? Hi.
Ross Geller,
I've never watched that show.
and,
Nope.
and
Okay, yeah. Who are you going to label me
I
as?
don't know if I was trying to
Phoebe
imitate
Buffet.
them.
Wonderful.
But yeah. So, no, you don't like that
Who am I? Ross?
for this one?
Okay. Which one's that?
He has a thing with pronunciation.
Yeah, he has a thing with pronunciation.
That's Corey.
And he's a professor. Yeah, but Chandler's like the sarcastic, jokes a lot one.
Hey.
Joey's the handsome one, so I mean,
I get to be David Schwimmer.
yeah, you get to be David Schwimmer.
Alright.
He was a college professor.
That'll work.
Okay. Joey was an out-of-work actor.
Would it be a Rohanian?
Rohanites?
We get into dark territory. This is what the Amazon show's here for. to explore these topics.
Yeah.
Accept the risk, Robert.
So I'm accepting McAfee. Is that how you pronounce it?
Don't do it. It's illegal.
No, I'm accepting the risk of.
Not running it.
Yeah. No, I've liked the game a lot, and I'm going. Not completionist, but like in the first little town, it's like what's the main city? I can't think of it right now.
Rivendell.
Minas Tirith?
Yeah.
Minas Tirith, and then there's Osgiliath that they took over. Well, there's another city that's across that from that in the mountains, and that's where you start.
Okay.
You see it on the map. I wouldn't have known if. I mean,
Is it open world, or is it warp to here to warp to there?
warp to here to warp to there, kind of. It starts you in this one place, and now I'm in the second area.
It's like the
It
first.
expands as you do it, but you can still go to all the places once it expands.
Okay, so the first game had like 2 legit maps.
Yes.
That were free roam.
Yes, this is a
But
little different.
This is free roam, but sectioned off.
You don't see the second section while you're playing the first section.
So it's a loading zone between.
Yeah, but it's like it's pretty big. Like
No,
it doesn't
I
look big
just
on the
wanna know
map,
how
but
it-
to like take from one end to the other. What's cool is they added a double jump when you're Celebrimbor.
Okay.
So you jump off as what is his name? Tark? No, that he is a Tark. What was his name?
I couldn't.
I can't
tell
remember
you.
what his name
It's
is. He
been a couple
jumps,
years.
and then your jump is Celebrimbor, and you launch into your like wraith thing, and you do a tumble.
Okay.
But what's really, really cool is you get to do flashbacks as Celebrimbor when he had the One Ring, and you get to fight.
Like, is he just like a juggernaut, basically?
There's a battle against Sauron that's a flashback, and so I'm not going to give a ton of stuff away, but it's just a really cool...
I'd have to watch a video refreshing my memory on the first game, because I don't remember how it all played out.
I remember the ending being kind of anticlimactic.
I don't really care. The gameplay is so much fun. I'm having so much fun doing it.
100%, is it not canon to the movies? Or
Oh, I don't know.
Are you trying to defeat Sauron in this version?
You're trying to fight back the advances of Mordor, basically, but it's before Lord of the Rings.
It's pre-Hobbit even.
Isn't
it?
I don't know. Well,
struggling to remember.
it seems like in Lord of the Rings, it's such a long period of time. You know what I mean? It's
If they never evolve
yeah. So it's
technology.
it's pretty entertaining. Like I like it a lot. I'm doing all the little side things. Like I don't even know what the main point of the game is yet because I'm doing all the.
How'd they depower you in this game? Every game where you build up an arsenal, Metroid or something, the next game...
There was no depowering.
So technically, a character from the end of the last game should have had... There's no like, oh, you got separated from Celebrimbor.
You do.
Remember your abilities.
You do get separated from him. But, I mean, they never addressed why you would have less abilities in this.
So you remember like we started Arkham City for the first time?
The fucking captains are harder, I can tell you that.
Oh, really?
They might have just leveled everybody else and left you the same as you were at the end of it. Like, you'll be fighting somebody and you'll kill them, and they'll give, like, the speeches by the villains are way longer in this, too. And he gives you a speech, and then it says death defying, and he gains half his health back and starts fighting you. And there's sometimes you have to do a specific sequence to actually finish the kill. But now there's a thing called tricksters, and there's feral assassins, and there's all kinds of, like, the tricksters throw smoke bombs and appear behind you. And shit, and the players adapt. Like the circle button is a stun with Celebrimor's hammer. If you do that too much, it'll adapt to it. You won't be able to stun him anymore. If you jump over him too much, it'll adapt to it. You can't jump over him anymore.
So is that kind of Arkham City? How Mr. Freeze would?
That's what he was saying.
Because when did you say that?
We
were texting,
and he told me how he learns, and I said the closest thing I can think of is a Mr. Freeze fight.
That was one of the best boss fights.
Oh my god, it's so good. On hard, because you have to find like 11 or 13 different ways.
Right.
I feel
so
like
good.
this game is better than Batman and Assassin's Creed, just because it takes a lot. I mean, it's ripping those games off, but the battle system or the advanced system of the enemies in Shadows of War is better than anything I've ever played. They put it together so well, and it takes the best fighting sequences of Batman and the best like jumping around stuff from Assassin's Creed and kind of makes it one game. And even if I didn't like the source material, it's a really fun. Like
But you like the source material.
I do. But if they changed it to a fucking like Tenchu game and the captains were ninjas and shit, it'd be just as fun because
That's a hell of a callback, Tenchu.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
I got Tenchu 1 on layaway at Walmart when I was, I don't know, when did the first one come out?
1990 something.
Probably 95, 96.
That was a PS1 game, right?
Yeah.
That was Tenchu, is that the little guy? Or was that more of a stealth game?
Ayame
It's
and
a stealth
Rikimaru.
game.
Second, Stealth Assassins. Second one's Bertha's Stealth Assassins.
But I'm really
that-
enjoying the game. And what's nice is I can...
How's the light RPG elements? You like collecting armor and shit?
Yeah, and since I'm doing all the side mission stuff, I'm getting some powerful armor. And then, like, there's this guy, he'll be different when you play it, but I'm sure the same thing happens. His
I'm
name
sure
is...
he'll be a douche.
Yeah, there's this guy, Morg, and I killed him, and I'm like, cool, I killed him. And the thing that sucks is it's not just when you die where people advance now. Time advances in the game every once in a while. There'll be different...
After story missions?
I don't know exactly how it works, to be honest with you.
They're just pause in the middle of a game?
No, because every once in there's these little countdown things, and I think it's battles between factions, and then one will advance when those you have a certain amount of time to get down to them. It doesn't have a time; it has little like counters,
Yeah.
and once they go down, I don't know if it's when I do stuff or maybe it's collective of stuff when you do a story mission or when you die and stuff like that. But and I fought this guy Morg, and I killed him, and I'm like, okay, I killed him. And sometimes you'll be on the rooftops where you wouldn't get attacked in the first one. I don't think you would get attacked in the first one.
I remember killing archers up there.
Now you'll
but-
get fucking ambushed by captains. I'd had this happen in the first one where I had to fight more than one at a time. This one I had 3 at a time, but one guy will fucking ambush you, and it was like Morg, and he's like, it's like Back from the Dead, and it was he was renamed Morg the Machine. So his arm was gone, and it was like a hammer, and there was one of his eyes was gone, and it was like a machine thing over his eye.
Ooh.
Not like high tech or anything, just like steel. So it took me forever. I killed him again. I'm like, alright, he's dead. Came back a third time with more fucking metal on his face, and then I cut the fucker in half, and you can't come back from that, I'm assuming, because his whole body was cleaved in half. They just added a lot to
Can
the...
you call in ally captains to help you in battle? I don't remember too well.
There's certain people that help you throughout, but nothing like that.
Can you still do the marks on people?
I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
No. So I'm wondering if... But it was a little ways into the game before you did that
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm wondering if it's...
Where you put the white
Later.
hand of Killenbor on.
Yeah, it's... I'm enjoying it a lot. I don't know how many hours... I would assume I put in 5 or 6 hours. Maybe more than that, huh?
More than that.
So... Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm liking it a lot.
What are you playing, Brian?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I'm
Wow.
going back and forth between replays of Resident Evil 5 and Bioshock Infinite right now.
What the fuck's Bashak?
Bioshock.
Bioshock. I love that game. Love it, love it, love it.
Do I know this?
Bioshock Infinite?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought...
No, yeah, Bioshock
I kept hearing
Infinite.
Bashak.
Oh, sorry. No,
What the
Bioshock
fuck's
Infinite.
Bashak?
He doesn't have an accent.
So,
Just the last one?
yeah, Abby wanted to watch it, so I started it, and she didn't want to watch the first one because it's too scary.
There's something fun about, like, when you used to sit down and somebody would watch you play.
Yeah.
I would say that
I do. What are you doing?
I was just kidding.
there's a bit of it
Jesus.
near the end that you need to play the first one just to understand like the impact.
Yeah, but she doesn't need to understand it. It's more like I just like that game.
That's a good game for sure. You missed out. You missed basically the whole series of that.
Yeah, like I said, I played half of the first one,
You're into it.
and I liked it. But then the person I was playing with left, so...
Yeah. The last game
Story of
had
your life.
Yeah.
last game had a lot of really cool parts for whatever.
Infinite?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, 2 was good, but Infinite was like I feel like now it's looked bad upon because it's overhyped or something. You know, they had to redo.
Well, they compared it to the first one, and the first one was just
It stands alone.
yeah, and then so Infinite was,
Pretty
supposed to
highly
be better.
regarded games, too, right?
Yeah. Well, they're
Infinite went through so many changes. If you watch like the old demos they had,
of Infinite.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely none of the demos look like anything that I've ever made it to the game. It was a very complicated development process.
Yeah, they kept some of the villains, like the Handyman was in it.
I'm
Songbird
assuming
was
they're
in
not
it.
done with that, right?
Well, they disbanded Irrational Games, so Ken Levine is making more games.
I find it hard to believe the same thing with Uncharted, that they'll ever abandon a
moneymaker,
franchise that
yeah.
makes that amount of money.
It'll be a different developer and
It won't be as good.
be like Mass Effect Andromeda. They'll reboot it, different location, and it'll probably suck.
Well, they did the same thing with Metal Gear Solid. Is after Konami took over, and
They did one thing with it that failed. Is that even out?
well, it's called Metal Gear Survive,
Right.
And it's
Everybody was like, boo.
Pretty much. Well, because Konami was a bunch of assholes to.
Hideo.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that Naughty Dog. I think that Naughty Dog, for anybody out of any developer, could be like, okay, we wrapped this up. We're gonna move to a new thing.
Yeah.
So I could see them just not doing any more Uncharted if they really didn't want to.
I wonder where the licensing lies. Do they own Uncharted name or?
I think so.
Sometimes
They're not owned by Sony.
Sometimes a lot of weird things like what is Bungie to Halo. They were the developer. They created it,
So that
but
they
they did
made
not.
Destiny?
They did not own it. It was Microsoft thing.
Yeah.
So they passed on to 343
I
Studios.
thought Microsoft bought Bungie.
Maybe that's. But
I think that's
if
what
they
happened.
bought them, it was before Halo 1 came out. I think they bought them when they were just an unknown developer, if anything.
Oh, I don't know.
But
It's funny, they sold it and Halo 4 was really good.
I'm so confused. Which one's Halo 4? The one
It was
with,
the Diadact.
I
with the
played-
Forerunners? I'm trying to remember.
I think so. It
That was the last one I played then.
I played 1, 2, 3, and ODST.
Yeah.
ODST was the group of the people, right?
We all played 3 kind of together when it came out. That was we
Yeah.
had LAN parties. and-
ODST was the one with the different Spartans, right?
It wasn't
I
Spartans.
think it was Reach.
Okay, I played Reach.
Yes,
Okay.
we played Reach.
Reach was really good.
Yes.
I liked
Yeah.
Reach a lot.
Yeah. And then they did, and then 343, 434,
343.
343 did 4.
438.
That
And
was a good
I
one.
played that
621.
years afterwards, and it was fine. I don't remember anything from it. Like nothing stood out as notable. It's just
I still haven't
Cortana.
played Resistance 3, and I love the first 2 games.
It was fun.
It was good.
I played it way after the fact.
Yeah,
also.
I mean, I still haven't played it, so that's one thing I have noticed about Shadows of War is the game looks good, but it is not nearly as good as like
Uncharted.
an Uncharted game.
Fucking
It
put that
fucking
on.
ruins you for everything. Like when you play something like that. Like I remember playing The Last of Us and saying this looks so good, and then I played Uncharted 4, and then I went back and played Last of Us. I'm like,
Oh man.
this looks like garbage.
Yeah, it's truly.
Hot garbage.
So you look when you talk about is it Shadows of War? Is
Yeah.
That, are you talking graphically?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
and you'll still get those scenes where like the light's really good, and most things fine. But like I've noticed the hair is a little clunky.
It's not Uncharted.
No,
Yeah, Uncharted 4 is up there.
Yeah.
I'd have to compare it to what? Do you think it looks? Have you seen anything on Assassin's Creed Origins?
no. I mean, other than it's supposed to be a good game.
My brother bought it and he says it's amazing. And he says it looks fantastic.
It sucks. They probably took a whole year off, and I noticed, but I'm still 2 Assassin's Creed behind.
So am I.
And I'm kind of a stickler to playing in order. I own them, just haven't played them.
So do I. I think I'm missing one. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Syndicate, Unity.
I
Black
have one
Flag.
of those.
You played Black Flag. I think we both played.
I
Black
That
played
was
Black Flag.
That's my favorite one so far.
And I'm going to skip Rogue. Rogue something.
I actually heard that was
right.
really
good. Yeah.
The 2. There was 2 with Ezio, right?
3.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them with Ezio.
2
Really?
Brotherhood and Revelations. Were all
Yeah,
Ezio.
that's true. He had a trilogy.
There's an Ezio trilogy that you can get on.
Yeah.
Well, the first 2 that I played, then I beat all those.
Yeah, we did.
But the Ezio ones were my favorite.
2 was a big step up at the time.
Maybe that's the one.
And
Is that the one where he
Brotherhood
was a
had
little-
online. I played that a shit ton.
Is that the one that was a little older?
No. So that was his first one. He was younger.
That was in the Renaissance.
Brotherhood and Revelations, he had the beard.
Yeah, Revelations. He was in.
That's the one I liked a lot.
It's,
Then.
Constantinople. He had the grappling hook.
Yes, the grappling hook was cool. That had that thing where it was the raid on the assassins parties, right? The assassins, like you'd have to like on the rooftops, you'd have to build like
Yes.
there's that weird mini
built
game.
up a
Yeah,
team.
that was Revelations.
Um,
What are you playing, Corey?
Neo. Neo. Neo.
Oh,
Nio.
Nio. Yeah. Neo.
It's my
I've heard
first-
it's really good.
It's my first foray into anything Dark Souls related type. If that makes like a hard game requires a lot of skill and patience and will fucking punish you if you die.
like
Did you
Cuphead?
play Dark Souls or Demon Soul?
None because I didn't want to throw a controller.
I own a lot of them, and I'm hesitant to play them because I think I might just get really frustrated.
If
I feel that
lost-
way about Cuphead.
Are you Did you buy it?
No.
Cuphead will make
Well,
you
you
waste
can't
hours
play
of
it.
your life though if you don't
They
like.
said it's one of the hardest games.
Yeah,
Like,
but like Dark Souls is like you play for an hour and you progress, and all of a sudden a boss kills you, and you can't get back to your body, so you lose all that experience, all that time.
I was reading like how frustratingly hard Cuphead gets.
I've heard. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's the
It's
thing.
not
Looks
unbeatable,
awesome.
though.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it does.
Your brother beat Dark Souls, one of them, and he said it was one of the most fulfilling moments of his gaming life. How happy he was that he beat that game.
there's so the prologue for Neo For one, there's a whole prologue before it even tells you how to fight, which is kind of dumb, but fucked up. Like, very first thing you try to escape a prison cell, you kick down a wall, and before you ever get a weapon, find out any of the controls, a guard comes in and tries to kill you. And boy, he's not stopped chasing you around the whole fucking way up and down. I'm trying to figure out. The icon said, like, I picked up a weapon. I don't know how to equip it. There's no pause menu, or like the menu doesn't pause it. So I'm running around a circle, like there's a long table, running around in circles where I'm trying to push every it's the touch pad is what I had to push, but every other button in the game, and then figure out how to equip the sword while I'm running around, and then fight back. But checkpoints kind of suck. I think that's what's really fucked up. If you go to a checkpoint, you like hit save, all the enemies respawn in the level, and the checkpoints are so few and far between that. If you like kill a boss and want to go back and save it, well, you just shot yourself in the foot. So you have to keep pressing forward and fucking hope, God, don't kill me. And get one-shotted, too, by a lot of guys. It's like, there's a boss in prologue level. You have to go up a Tower of London. And, did I tell you this?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I told somebody. He had two forms. Kill the first one. Cutscene, second form. And just get caught once, like one little prod. You get stunned, and hammer comes down, dead. You have to start back at the bottom of the fucking tower and go all the way back up. And
How long does it take you to do that?
yeah, it's not as long as I make it
Lacey
sound.
still hasn't beat the first infected in Last of Us.
That's a first.
That's a tough fucking part.
She started that
Hard
game
challenge.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, she restarted it like 8 months ago.
Couldn't do it.
What's
No.
funny is we're talking about it, and Corey number 2 was like, "Oh my god, that game's so good! You have to play the game." He's like giving her a hard time. It's a fucking good game.
I remember hating the generator in the fucking cellar part.
You know what's funny is I hated that part. I fucking hated it. The second time I beat it on my first try.
I think I just ran past
I
it.
think I did too.
I just bolted it to the door, and that was it.
Yeah, but I got like the first time I got turned around in there because there was different.
Two different main
Yeah.
rooms, each one upstairs.
You have to go upstairs, and you have to turn
Then you have
left,
to
and then the
fucking
fucking
jimmy
bloater,
the
the
door.
bloater comes out.
Yeah, bloater. Left 4
Isn't it
Dead.
bloater?
That's what they call it, Left 4 Dead.
Oh,
I wonder what they'll. I mean, because obviously they'll have some sort of special infected in this next one.
A new.
Yeah,
maybe.
you have to add something. It can't just be the same.
like a
Like a fucking brute. It's like
well, that thing that was in the basketball court, that was in the gymnasium at the school.
Yeah, basically bloater.
That guy was fucking annoying. I'm surprised she even got past the scene where the daughter dies.
that's
Emotionally, she didn't.
that's a rough fucking game.
I show that first prologue to people when I tell them about that game. I say, just watch this for 10 minutes, and
Basically,
It's still not. It's this. The Left 4 Dead original trailer still fucking smashes everything. Left 4 Dead, Dead Island.
Yeah.
Yes.
That trailer, man. I watched that trailer like half a dozen times.
we
Yeah.
played that for like 2 months, and then just
He beat it.
Oh, did you?
You have to. They want you to beat it multiple times though to level all the way to the max. After playing it 1.5 times, I was kind of.
We put a lot of time in Left 4 Dead. That was fun.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead was fun.
Yeah,
I never got into that with you guys.
it was good. We
I
played it.
played it like once, and I was just
We played it once a week for a long time.
I don't feel like we were very good at it,
No,
but it was fun.
it was me, you, Katrina, and James. We played 4 of us.
Yeah.
It was a team of 4. You had to get from point A to point B. Man, that game was so fun.
I like
when you
being
played
the
online.
undead. That's just fun.
Yeah,
Just try, if you're the guy with the long tongue, try to drag somebody
Yeah.
up.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
got
good.
him.
Because there was like one way minus like a few shortcuts here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember there being that like there was a docking station that had its own gas station where there was 2 ways you could exit, but one you could blow up the gas station and fucking kill like a bunch of undead.
Yeah, and then you have to take the little electric ladder up.
Yeah, man, that was fun. And then
Yeah.
we go to then
We
go
didn't
to
play
the
part
diner.
2 very much, if at
No.
all. But that game had way more praise than the first one. Like it was like a step up in every.
every aspect.
Yeah, so I feel bad not having played that more.
I never played more than the. I only played the first. What's that other zombie game for Xbox? It might be on everything.
no Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. I only played the first one of that, and I really enjoyed that, and I heard it got better as the sequels came.
What I played,
He's on Marvel vs. Capcom
Played 2 of
Infinite.
them.
What's his name?
Frank
Frank.
West.
Frank
yeah.
West.
Yeah,
Well, once you could start like you putting on Mega Man helmets and shit, it was just fun to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I hated the time constraint in that game.
But it balanced like comedy with drama pretty well.
Oh, I had no problem with the tone.
His special move in Infinite is he has a shopping cart full of shit and he runs down the,
That's
the
awesome.
screen. Yeah.
That's not better than Deadpool's in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
What was his?
He takes the life bar down from the top of the screen and hits you with
That's
it.
pretty good.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to put this up. What's today? Today's Tuesday. So I'm gonna try to put this up on Thursday, or even if I put it up Saturday, I'll post date it Thursday, which is the 30th. Which means this will come out on your birthday.
Episode 60 on my 30th?
Yeah.
Woo!
Happy 30th birthday, you fat fuck.
Yay! I did it. I
Yeah.
made it.
How's it feel?
He's not there yet.
Same old, same old.
Friday.
He
No,
may not make it
Friday.
another 2 days.
Yeah, you could be one of those people on the news that are like, he died the
Just
day
before
before his
16
birthday.
minutes before his 30th birthday.
Woo woo. Whatever.
You doing anything?
Nothing
Is she
special.
planning anything for you?
No, she made me a Snorlax about yay big crocheted.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, maybe I find it. She said she put it on Instagram. I haven't been on there in years.
On the Insta.
Instagram?
While he looks, are you excited about Days Gone By at all?
Yes. That's the zombie one where you have to run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks pretty entertaining, which means it'll probably be fucking terrible. But yes, I am interested.
Is there anything else more looking forward to than Last of Us 2?
She made a black and white heart.
That and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's
looks
cool.
Really good.
Now we have to put that up on the
Oh, that's cool.
9 to 5 Nerds Twitter account. What? So they know people know what we're talking about. I'm not.
Dude, can I
It's a crochet.
Can I
Snorlax.
request another Pokemon instead of a Snorlax? How long did that take her to do?
Over the course of a couple weeks. But
What's creepy is she's been making it for like 2 years
It's in the closet.
because she's been stalking him.
what's heartbreaking is crocheting is like one strand or whatever keeps going, or however it works. But when she's like, "Oh, I made a mistake," like fucking 4 rows back, untangle that shit and to start over. I'm like, "Oh no, all that work!" But she didn't give a shit. She started and stopped and erased and
Erased,
yeah, I guess untangled. Is that the right?
uncrocheted.
Because crocheting is just like tangling it up in itself.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ask the Gondorians. So we have to see Disaster Artist, man. I don't know how it's gonna work. I mean, you have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
I don't have all the time in the
It'll
world.
be like it. I'll watch it. You won't.
No, I have to go see it.
You gonna see it?
No, I have to go see the Disaster Artist.
Oh.
I'm looking more forward to that than almost any movie. I'm really excited about it.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm more excited about Disaster Artist, to be honest.
You
with
only watch one. You watch Disaster
I
Artist.
watched Star Wars.
Avengers.
Disaster Artist.
You see all the promo pictures from it's some magazine cover.
What was it?
Vanity Fair.
I was wondering if it was that or Entertainment Weekly, and I
Yeah, you know what
It
pisses
seems
me off
off.
about that? It's like, let's show you the teaser poster for the poster that's going to show the teaser trailer for the trailer. It's like these long, drawn-out processes now
Show
of
it
like,
to me.
just show the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
there's a rumor of teasers being thought about being released.
Yeah. This is a teaser of what we think might be a...
It is a bit much.
That's what we're thinking about.
But the fact that people are talking about that, you know, you got a hype machine going.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you got to assume Iron Man's going to die.
I don't see any
Hope they all die.
show times for
Reboot
Disaster Artist until the 7th on Fandango.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
Just believe whatever the fuck Fandango tells you.
Well, it goes to Mission Valley, Chula Vista, the Promenade, wherever that is.
Chula Vista 10?
Yeah,
What day is that? Seven?
next Thursday.
Oh. Wow, wow, wow. Bro, you show us this week?
Yes, Seth Rogen today said it is getting a wide release.
Do you believe everything Seth Rogen tells you?
Since he's the
Yeah, they'll
one
probably
that
update tomorrow.
wrote
Tomorrow's
it.
Wednesday. Don't they
And
update
find
all the
me
show
a
times on
movie
Wednesdays?
theater.
We're gonna find out.
I'm trying to... Where is it?
Do.
There it is. 97%.
What's this movie that has 100%?
Ladybird.
Ladybird. What
It's
is
now unseated
It's based-
Toy Story 2.
I had never heard of it before.
I want to
It's
see it.
it's about Hank Hill's dog.
I thought it sounded familiar.
What's it about, Katrina?
It's about a Catholic schoolgirl
Is it?
from Sacramento.
Really? Katrina's a Catholic school from Sacramento.
So this movie,
I didn't go to St. Francis though, so
this movie's close to your heart, though, one way or the
it'd
other.
be interesting to see.
Is it like out wide, or is that just a small little?
It's gaining a lot of momentum. So
It'll be one of those ones that gets released a lot before Oscars.
I can't
Right.
wait till Armand White gets his hands on it.
Is it Ronan that's in it? I don't know how to say her first name. Sorace?
no.
Sorath.
No. She was in another movie,
Yeah.
something back.
Now
I
you
don't know
mention it,
the
I
name.
remember a girl being from another movie.
I'm gonna find it.
I really want to see Disaster Artist, man.
Just watch The Room again.
That's true.
We need to. Maybe I'll watch The Room this weekend, and whether we'll just see it the following weekend, we'll do it that weekend. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not horrible.
What do you think? First showing December 7th then? No.
That's a Thursday.
Sorry.
The 8th, I've got a cookie party.
Okay. So that weekend, we'll figure it out and we'll go, okay? We'll,
Why is that funny?
It's a cookie party.
You take cookies and you exchange cookies for the holiday season.
Yeah, you make a shitload of one cookie and then you get more shitloads of cookies from other people.
It's a thing.
Are you hosting it?
No, I'm attending.
Going to it.
What are you making?
I don't know yet.
Ooh.
Sounds like a surefire way to get AIDS.
I don't think that's how you get AIDS. Wait, let me go back. That's not how you get that's not how you get AIDS.
It's not how you get
Hepatitis?
AIDS.
A?
Yeah. You know,
Well, if I go
hepatitis.
put them
Maybe
on,
now.
on the ground downtown and then serve them, I'll give people
She's
hepatitis.
cooking them on the sidewalk.
Nowadays,
at,
you just have to go to El Cajon, baby.
I don't go to
Almost
alcohol.
everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We switched out our cleaning solution specifically for Hep A.
Really?
Yeah.
That
to
and you
prevent
guys
against
fucking
it.
poisoned the whole school.
Do you know there's
but-
still people getting like suspended for that shit?
Good.
Like 2 years later, yeah.
a little
big
They dropped a
deal.
hammer on a bunch of
A
people.
lot of kids are going to get
Not
cancer
me.
because of you guys.
Didn't OSHA get involved?
I'm sure they did. There was litigations and lawsuits
Yeah.
and suspensions and
Oh,
firings and demotions.
Anytime you talk about where you work, I'll just leave it like that.
Thank
It's-
you.
It sounds like the fucking mafia. Like, it sounds like it's this. It just sounds strange to me. I don't know. Is that a non-profit?
Yes.
It's the roughest,
For a
toughest of the
non-profit,
charities.
the fucking thing is sure expensive.
What is?
Anything there.
Not
membership?
for profit
Yeah.
is what doesn't make money.
Yes, not for profit. You are correct.
So non-profits still
Make money.
make money.
Are they ran by the Parade of Hope Foundation?
No.
Because they're the roughest and toughest of all the charities.
Of all the ice cream. That's a good movie.
It's okay.
Oh, I wanted to talk about something because you
Stop.
haven't seen The Punisher at all.
No.
Are you going to watch it at some point?
Yeah. But you,
So
you can give me a
good.
spoiler-free review. if
No,
you
there's.
want.
I just want to talk about one specific thing in the show that Katrina and I we're sitting here watching it and we're going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Oh,
god,
yes.
why is this still happening? Why is this? Have you ever seen something like?
Torture?
I saw that on the Twitter.
Oh my
or
God.
The Facebook.
On the Twitter?
Do you
On the
remember
Twitter.
seeing American History X? I know you've seen it 100 times. When the guy teeth
Makes me sound
The
terrible.
curry.
when the guy's teeth scrape against the curb.
Oh,
And there's
yeah.
just that it's that cringeworthy because you know it's coming and that it's so there's a fight in the Punisher and it's really back and forth and it's
Is it notable who he's fighting?
yeah,
Okay.
well it's not giving anything well, but it's do you remember in Daredevil season 2 there's the big thing about the carousel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on the carousel. He's having a fight on the carousel and the carousel is a circular ride, but on the inside there's mirrors. And so they're fighting, and it's really back and forth. And at one point, he's beating up this guy, and he throws him against the mirror. It smashes the mirror, and he puts his face against the mirror. It's all shattered, and he drags his face along
The broken glass.
the broken glass of the mirror.
Just shreds
And it
his
just
face to
it
shit.
pulls back, and it shredded the whole side of his fucking face.
Wow.
It was like, and it lasted for like a good 40 seconds, where you're just like,
40 seconds?
It's like-
No, it is long.
it was bad. Well, he's like talking to him while he's doing it too. It's not.
And you're like,
it's,
is this going to end?
It's like,
Wow.
and then there towards the end, he just smashes his face into the thing, and you see like a big chunk of glass
Just
like
sticking out of his
sticking
face.
straight out of his face. Is it wasn't what I expected it to be, the Punisher, at all. It was way more of like a soldier dealing with PTSD, and not just him, like multiple soldiers dealing with PTSD. Than it was like a Punisher. You got very few like Punisher moments. You're still like,
Honestly, I'm looking at your glasses and how much they're strained.
what do you mean?
Like
straight?
they're so wide.
Yeah,
like-
that's why I
That's
got
why he
ones
got
that are
him.
wide like this.
Oh, are they built that way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He thought that would help.
I thought they would help because
And
I
they
get
don't.
pressure headaches on the back of
Does
my
it
head.
help?
From my
No.
Oh,
it was
wow.
worse. But
Do you wear those at night just after you get home?
I've been having problems with my eyes lately. But I switched contact
Ever since you got
solutions.
elbowed?
Yeah.
Or shouldered?
Oh yeah, that was a while ago.
Like, one weekend you got both eyes like
Yeah,
knocked out.
no, it was the same eye. Hit both times. Yeah. No, but I switched contact solution on per my optometrist. He'd been trying to get me switched for years, and I noticed that my eyes get blurry halfway through the day, and so I think they're just drying out really bad. So I switched back, so it's getting better. But it's
4 out of
it's
5
still-
optometrists
What were we talking? Oh,
recommend
Punisher.
it.
Punisher. And the
Punisher.
But
Punishment.
you
mirror.
don't get a lot of moments with him just being the Punisher.
Did Q get
In the
punished?
beginning, you do.
In the beginning, yeah, there's this really cool shot where it's flashing different places that things are going on, like different cities, and it was like so and so, like certain place in Mexico, and this guy,
Gangster.
yeah, some drug dealer gets shot, and you see him get shot in the head, and it pans out, and it says El Paso, Texas, and he's sitting in a building across the border, and he shot him like with a sniper rifle over the border. It was pretty cool.
It was
Nice.
really cool.
But with that being said, I know there's a lot of people that aren't going to like it because it's not a straight Punisher thing. John Bernthal was fucking awesome in the whole thing, and I put it as my second favorite Marvel show. I like it better than Jessica Jones, but not as good as Daredevil.
Is there a villain?
Yeah.
Yeah. It really sets up for next season.
Is the guy in it the Highlander guy?
The Highlander guy.
The villain from Highlander? Wasn't he a sergeant or... Fuck. Why was he in Daredevil?
The guy that's the bad guy in everything, the one that was the prisoner or the prison guard in Shawshank.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy in SpongeBob.
Who is he?
Mr. Krabs.
Oh yeah, he is, huh? Yeah, I forgot. I saw that recently again. It reminded me of that.
Yeah, he was in something very recently. Something I just watched.
He is in it when they do like flashbacks to Afghanistan, and he's in it there, but he's not in it currently.
He
Didn't he
died.
die this season?
I wasn't sure if the show's a prequel or...
No,
a sequel.
it
it's
takes
after.
place afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Because Frank Castle's supposed to be dead.
He was in Starship Troopers, too.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bad guy in that.
No.
He was a dick.
Well, he was a drill sergeant, wasn't
Yeah. Not a bad guy.
he? Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's
Bad
Dead
guy.
What's the name from Breaking Bad was in that? Hank?
Oh yeah, was he the guy with no legs?
He was the commander who said, if you want to go to combat, you need to bump yourself back down to private. He was talking to the Shawshank. You already signed your T-14 sign, so
Oh,
you're
yeah,
legal
yeah,
for me
yeah.
to reinstate you.
But no, I definitely
I like Starship Troopers, yeah.
recommend Starship Troopers and Punisher.
You met that guy,
What are you talking about?
Casper Van Dien.
Yes, I did.
Casper Van Sant.
Have you? I showed you a picture of his daughter, right? Kind of caught me off guard that he had a daughter that old.
Yes.
But I guess he's what, his mid-40s now, maybe late 40s.
Let's find out.
It's just one of those things where you don't see somebody for a long time, so you think of them as that age,
same age,
and then
yeah.
you see them and they instantly
You're like,
age like
"Whoa."
20 years.
How old's NPH, you think?
Early 40s, mid 40s. No, Punisher, good stuff. John Bernthal was excellent.
You finish it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we finished Mindhunter. We finished Punisher. We got the seasons 3 and 4 of Banshee, so we're gonna finish that.
Good.
Um,
Good. Yes. You can poker? Yes.
What?
You can like it or you can poker?
This guy's done a lot of
Yes,
voices.
do that.
what are you talking about?
The guy from the
What are we doing?
We
The
do the
shadows.
shadows. Oh, he's
Oh.
They call me Vladislav the Poker.
The poker.
I torture in a place of
You still haven't watched What We Do in the Shadows, have you?
Nope.
fucker.
I know.
That's the equivalent of not playing Last of Us. Brian.
Oh!
No.
How would you know that?
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
No.
You
Okay,
wouldn't know.
Eric.
Yeah, that's like
Okay.
that's like judging. I hate when people just.
I did that with
Snapchat.
the Defenders.
What?
You were adamant about it, and you were
Yeah,
like,
you can't
"It's the
judge
better
too
than
much. Like,
everything."
I've
I'm like,
seen-
it's not better than this thing.
But you don't know. You can't make your own personal judgment until you.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Did you finish Stranger Things?
No.
Oh, yeah, go there.
That's who he played Lex Luthor in a lot of animated series.
Oh, the Clancy guy tears.
Yeah, he's been Lex Luthor in every major Superman thing since the
He's,
mid '90s.
He's a big voice actor.
Yeah,
Almost
he
as much
is.
as actor.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff anyway. Yeah, I think I have like three or four episodes left of Stranger Things.
That's a lot.
I know.
That's half the season.
They just saved.
What We Do in the
Hopper.
Shadows has a 76 on Metacritic. That's pretty good.
Okay, yeah. I'm not mad.
If you give me a deadline, I'll watch it.
You have by Sunday.
All right,
Oh,
that's fine.
It's on Amazon. You have a Prime membership. It's free, and it's like an hour and 20 minutes.
It's
It's
not
such a low
commitment.
commitment. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of low commitment, Creep 2 comes out on Netflix next month.
oh, nice.
So, if you want to watch it,
What was the transition between Low Commitment and Creep 2?
Creep
It's
was
not
only
that
like an
long.
hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a low time commitment. So even if you don't like it,
Yeah.
it's like,
didn't
well,
waste
I didn't
most of your
spend 3
life.
hours watching this.
How long was the first one?
Like they're like an hour, 10 hour, 20 minutes. They're really short.
You buy anything on Black Friday?
Yeah.
Of course.
Movie wise, anything?
Well, yeah, we got some movies for the boys.
Spider Man.
Yeah, I don't want to say it too loud. I'm just kidding.
Kids
But
have to listen.
we got Wonder Woman.
Yep, me too.
I replaced my Christmas story.
I got. It comes at night. That's why I bring.
Can I borrow it? Did you watch it?
Not yet. That's just Star Wars, basically. I'll watch it. If you want to watch it before me,
After Star Wars.
I would probably.
if me and B put on a movie, I'm putting on fucking Star Wars until
How close are you
How
to
much
getting
was it?
done?
we watched 3. We mostly watched like TV stuff.
How much was it?
I think it was 9.
Oh, we should have
We
just
should
bought
have
it.
bought it.
I didn't
even
realize.
notice.
9 is kind of expensive for Black Friday because like tiers are like a 4, 6.
Wonder
or
Woman
9.
was like 8
Well,
or
so
9.
that's the
Right?
thing. Are you even
I
going to
thought
watch
Wonder
it again
Woman-
after you watch it? That's
Yeah,
my
just let me
thing.
borrow it.
I thought Wonder Woman was 6. Pretty sure. Best Buy it was.
I think. Well,
No, it was like
I
9
got
or
on
10 at Best
Amazon.
Buy.
I think I got it for $8.
had a $5 coupon and I paid $2 and something cents. After I had a reward zone.
Yeah.
So-
I just.
It had to have been 6.
I couldn't tell you. I have too many things from, and I can't even look at my
And
Amazon.
I only found it because it was behind something else. It was all gone otherwise.
Nice.
house. See,
Yeah.
I didn't leave the house.
Yeah, I did.
We did.
Yeah, Brian and I went to GameStop and Target.
I bought Shadows
Yeah, and then
and I bought South Park.
you saw me at Home
Did
Depot,
you?
So
Yeah.
Did you get the collect not the gold edition? That
Both
comes with
of them just
sticker.
plain Jane.
that's the tree I got at Home Depot.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Did you get your rebate yet, or your
Rebate?
refund, or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did it that morning.
Nice.
Where's my iced coffee?
You told me not to bring it to you.
No, you said you weren't going to be there at 6.
Yeah, I'll bring it to you on Thursday
You
on your
snake.
birthday.
I thought after you left.
You were pretty adamant about me not bringing you something.
Oh, it worked out. I said, don't bring me anything. I said, I got you. I said, I don't drink iced coffee. I said, I got you. So I'll be there at 6. I'll be there at 5. Fuck you.
I guess because I wasn't the only one that thought they opened at 5. Rojas said he was there at 4:30.
Up until I got in the store and seen the line, I thought we opened at 5 that day.
That line was big.
But they did the poinsettias right.
In the carts?
Yeah. It's legit. That's why.
I walked in the back door, and Greg was like, "Hey, can you close the door, please?" Like he was asking
Like you
me
were
to do
never
something.
left.
Yeah. No, but I didn't need anything because I already bought my thing, so I just waited for the line to go down, and then I walked in the back door with Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't stealing anything from anybody. I wasn't trying to go after a deal or go get
Yeah.
anything. So I didn't feel like I told. I was just gonna wait in line, but I'm like, hey, I'm not getting anything. So yeah, that was my Black Friday shopping. We got a Switch, and I just don't want them to hear.
Yeah.
And Oliver's getting the Odyssey, Parker's getting the Pokemon Battle game, which we played at Target and he beat the shit out of me. Like I was like, what the fuck?
How does it play?
So
It's an arena battle game.
He's surpassed your athletic ability and your gaming
Yeah,
ability.
yeah. Well,
It's no way time based or
He-
turn based?
no, he had a really, really fast guy, and I had a big, fat, slow guy. So I'm like,
Did,
I'm
he
trying
have,
to
did
hit.
he have the frog? Greninja?
Yeah, and I had that big frozen-looking bird thing. I don't even know what it is. But I was like,
Did you know Pokemon Gens it has in there? Or
No,
is
it
It
has
goes all the way up to Gen the second to last.
Do you think it has like 800 Pokemon? You think it's like the best?
It
of-
looked like 50
No,
Pokemon.
no, yeah. It's not all of them. There's only like there's not a lot.
Was it play like a fighting game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like an arena.
It's like
battle.
Tekken,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Pokemon,
It's like a 3D arena.
Pokken tournament.
That's interesting. I wonder how the balance is on that. That has to be like the hardest thing about a fighting game.
They have it at I don't know if they have it at Dave and Buster's, but they have it at arcades. That's where it started.
What do they?
That is fun. I
Out of the
mean,
loop.
but then on Sunday we got a TV, just a little 32 inch for our room.
Cheap as shit. Unless you went. Did you go 4K?
No.
No,
Smart TV.
yeah, smart TV.
Okay.
This is a Vizio. It was
So
180.
100, yeah,
It
I would
was
say
190 with
160.
taxes.
Huh?
190 with taxes.
Yeah. So I mean,
Uh-oh.
that's not bad. We needed a little one, so. But yeah, that's all.
I can't remember. I bought at least a dozen movies, but I can't remember what else they were.
Are you allowed to watch them?
I still have Black Friday movies from
Last year?
last year. It Follows. I've never watched.
That's a good movie. It's on Netflix.
Something else. Ash vs. Evil Dead season 2. I bought.
So you have both seasons?
Yep.
Nice.
should
And
watch
when
'em.
3 comes out, I'll buy it next Black Friday.
You should just watch. Be like, hey, I like this movie, and just watch it with her. It's like the goriest, bloodiest fucking.
It's so much fun.
They refer to the blood as like a character when you when you see those
When you
people
say
outside
that.
of it. It's like fuck, there's so much blood in that show.
I tried to find, like, I know it probably got horrible reviews, but Valerian, and for some reason the cheapest that anywhere had it was
Didn't
15
it
bucks.
just come out?
Yeah.
Maybe so, because the cheapest anyway was 15 bucks on Blu-ray. I went to 3 different stores over the course of that weekend. All of them sold out. It's like, fuck, how popular is that movie?
Maybe they're hoping to make some of their money back on.
Right.
Yeah.
I know he won't give this a chance, but you should watch Mindhunters. It's a really good show if you like smart shows.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. What is it? 10 episodes? 12 episodes?
I think it was 10.
It was really
It
good.
was really
I
good.
Gonna have
liked
it
that a
season
lot.
2?
What's it about?
Yeah, it got renewed before.
Serial
It's
killers?
a David Fincher show, and
Oh, okay.
and it got renewed for a second season before it aired.
And I was trying to explain to Jake at Thanksgiving that the scariest part of it is a sound. It's not even like a visual. Well, for me, it was scary.
I don't even.
When Kemper's feet hit the ground.
Oh yeah, when you heard that thud. Oh
yeah,
my god,
it,
that was
it was
creepy.
just terrifying.
It takes place before serial killers were a thing. They're like these guys are just behavioral science people, and they go teach police officers how to
Predict
stuff, and they're in Northern California, and one of the guys goes down to San Jose to interview Ed Kemper, who's a real serial killer, and it's all based on real people, and he gives them more insight to the serial killers' minds. And there's not even a word for serial killers back at that time. They called them sequence killers because they were traits that they had. And he gives them a lot of insight, and it helps them start to form. And it ends up becoming its own department of the FBI. But it's really good. Like, I liked the show a lot. I mean,
How long are the episodes? Are they hours?
They're hours.
they
Well,
range between 45 and 55 minutes.
There's some short ones. Like I think the shortest one was like 38 minutes.
And the longest one was probably like 57.
Right.
But it's good, man. I liked it a lot. The guy, one of the main characters is the guy that Batman caught at the beginning of Justice League to like squeeze the fear out of him. He's actually him in a few things, but he's my favorite character in that show.
Yeah, it's hard looking at Holden.
Yeah, the guy I'm looking at the tree. The guy that plays the main character is the guy that plays Kristoff in Frozen.
So you're watching them and you're like, I see a cartoon.
Do you know Kristoff?
I know the. Is that
People
the?
are better than reindeer.
That's the guy in the good guy, not the bad guy.
Yes, the good guy.
Yeah.
But there's like there's one part where he's trying to break a serial killer, and the serial killer had killed 8 sorority girls.
Nurses.
Nurses?
Nurses.
Was it nurses? I thought it was. Well, there was another one where people killed sorority girls. He killed 8 nurses, and he was like, he's trying to break them, and he's trying to get into his mind and he's like, how selfish could you be to take 8 ripe? I don't use the C
Hard
word.
C.
Hard C. I don't use the C word. Off the planet, off the Earth like that, and it was just like you're hearing this in Kristoff's voice
Oh,
from Frozen, so it's like, But no, it was a good show. I liked it a lot. To me it was a solid A. Like it was a really good show.
Does anyone here watch Black Mirror?
He does.
Watch season 3 only.
Oh, you only watched season 3. You didn't watch 1
Yeah,
or 2?
when 3 came out, it was all the talk, and then
I really get the feeling that I don't want to be depressed all the time. So that's all I've ever heard people say is, "Oh God, it's depressing."
It's a
it's a
societal
episode.
reflection mostly.
So it's depressing.
It can be. My favorite episode was with Bryce Dallas Howard.
that was a good
That was
episode.
a really good episode.
Mine was San Junipero, hands down.
Was that the one that got nominated for like an Emmy or an Oscar or something? That was a good one too.
Yeah. If you ever watch any,
I'm the host, and I haven't seen it, so we're not talking about it.
if you ever, by chance, ever put on, because season 4 they have trailers for it
Soon
now.
now, yeah, it's good.
They always have to. If skip to season 3, watch San Junipero. If you don't like it, that was the best one they have to offer.
For some reason, like that, I've just been like, I've wanted to watch Peaky Blinders. What?
Oh, different show, but
Well, I'm just saying, referring to Netflix shows.
Peaky Blinders. I watched season 1, and
Season 2 has Tom Hardy in it.
season 1 was like okay. It was not enthralling.
Well, anyways, I wanted to watch Peaky Blinders, but I've never had any interest to watch Black Mirror, or Orange is the New Black, or House of Cards, or Narcos. Those are like the 4 of the bigger shows on there. Besides,
The latter 3 I never watched.
yeah. But the next show I'm gonna take a stab at.
The Jason Bateman movie. show?
Ozarks?
Magic Scubas? Because they redid that.
Yeah, we've watched some of them,
No.
and the boys still ask for the old one
Oh, for
because they're both on there. I'm gonna try to watch that Stan versus Evil show on IFC. It's John McGinley, the guy that plays Dr. Cox, and he's a sheriff in
You
a
just
town.
listed 3 things that I have no idea what they are.
You don't know what Scrubs is?
I know what Scrubs is. I didn't know what Dr. Cox was.
He's
Is
like-
that the...
The
The
curly
smart
hair.
ass.
Yes,
He's the main
I
guy.
know that is.
I guess JD is the main guy, but anyways, and he's like a sheriff in a small town, and he gets ousted, and he has to end up fighting like all these monsters, and it's supposed to be really funny.
Is it? You think it'll be funny that Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
No, I thought that was it's called something, but that's supposed to be good. I wanted to watch it.
That was a funny ass movie.
Yeah, so it was no, it was this guy. He based the character on his dad, and I was listening to an interview with him, and he said the craziest things. He said his dad was looking at. I don't like Liz saying like I heard an interview and I'm talking about it on here because it's something somebody else said on something else and. Yeah,
Go ahead and regurgitate it.
Too many lines.
I'll regurgitate Vicus.
Yeah.
He saw a picture, and this is an 87-year-old man. It's like shit my dad says. He said he saw a little person, a man that was married to a full-size woman, and he said, if it's toes to toes, his nose is in it, and if they're nose to nose, his toes is in it. Like, and I was like just busting up and listening to this interview, and I'm like, he's like, and the guy's son is a comedian, and he's like, does your dad have any idea that he's that funny? And he's like, he has no idea that. It's like the shit my dad says guy. He's just, it's stuff that comes out, you know.
Yeah.
But the show's supposed to be really good, and I had wanted to watch it because I like him, and I didn't watch it, and now the second season's out, and it's supposed to be really good. So.
Was it the same place that did Brockmire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh God, Brockmire! I forgot about Brockmire. That's the funniest fucking show.
It's good.
I've laughed
come
harder
back?
in that show. Yeah, it got renewed. I laughed harder in that show than I ever have in any show. It's not consistently as funny all the way through.
You laugh more at that than Rick and Morty?
Probably out loud, yeah.
I heard there's some Rick and Morty thing that just got released. Something about Poopy Butt Man.
Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Yeah.
What about him?
I could look it up. I can't remember.
Now we need to
There
know.
was something special about like more content with him, like in the last week.
More content.
Yeah, I have.
Well, he closed out the last season.
Yeah, he was the last thing.
Oh, and he said something around Christmas time.
Well, no, there was like it's like taking a shot at all the fans at the end. He was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a long time till the
be a
next
while.
one. It's going to be a while. I'm going to have a long white beard. And people were thinking like he was Asian. And then some people were like, what if he's going to be dressed as Santa and there's going to be new content? Because they dropped the one on April Fool's Day last year.
Yeah, this year.
Oh, yeah, November 22nd. A beloved character's backstory revealed a new Rick and Morty clip.
Yeah. I didn't click the link because for me,
Yeah.
I meant to look it up and then just text you with it, but I figured you'd be hot on that.
Hot on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you haven't watched that.
No.
So I'll watch it before you and tell you
Go
what
ahead.
it's about.
Go ahead.
So it
Go
looks
ahead.
like it's a yellow
Do it.
man. It looks like two bananas, and they have. Oh no, can't say that.
I need to watch past season 1. don't
OMG, you won't believe what happens.
OMG.
This, I can see pictures from it. This is crazy.
You really should watch the show, man. Little bits.
2 minutes and 20 seconds long. Wow. You're gonna poop your pants.
You should watch it. You want to take the first season tonight?
No, give me a little bit more.
Okay.
Give a little bit of time.
To watch what?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
You're not going to be doing anything on Thursday.
Yeah, we're playing Neo.
Oh,
Nio?
she's not playing that?
No, we got another co-op game.
What is it?
Portal Knights. Minecraft / RPG. Very fun. It's very addicting.
What was Corey number 2 telling me about in the car? He said him and Ethan were playing some game that looked like where it drops like 100 people into a what is that called?
The acronym for it is like PUG. Something.
He said it's
something
awesome.
Battleground. Yeah, you see,
Oh, player unknown.
I wouldn't know.
you see a lot of streamers play it. Yeah, it's like PC games. Like my brother plays. So it's like 50 or 100 people, free for all, except you could have like 2 or 3 guys on your team.
Yeah, player unknown battlegrounds.
Okay. So I don't know if there's different versions of it, but Plug's the one that gets touted a lot. So I know what it actually stood for. But yeah, I don't think it's on console or anything.
You're not on console.
It's PC. I'm sure
Ew.
it's a game format that I think a lot of people are going to start following, kind of like when like Dota took off, kind of, or how there's so much, what they call MOBAs or whatever. If you we never played MOBAs in our lives.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be the new brand of online games, just being dropped in, open world, deathmatch. So it's basically like,
Hunger Games.
yeah, but what's the other one, the Asian
Cat
one?
piss never clean. Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. And that one, they section, like,
That's what they called her on the set.
different, like,
Cat piss.
octagons.
Cat piss never clean.
Called what?
That's what they called Jennifer Lawrence. That was her nickname. I'm not joking.
On what? On Hunger Games?
Yeah,
Why?
because her name was Katniss Ever.
Oh, okay.
And she would do shit to like mess with people on set. Like when she'd have to kiss somebody, she'd like chew raw garlic and stuff. I think that's probably why.
Did you read the books?
No,
Yeah, you did.
I don't care enough to read the book.
The movies were better than the books, in my opinion. I thought the books were really remedial when I read them.
They're like
They're
they're like
children's
tween books.
Yeah, but you get a lot of after Harry Potter came out, you have all these books that are trying to make movies out of it. But like Hunger Games was not like Harry Potter isn't remedial to me. Like it's really in depth. This one was yeah. It was
I think it's pretty true to the book, doesn't it? Like,
I don't
almost-
know the differences well enough. I couldn't even.
BB keeps, like, when we watch at one point in time, she
It's a
recites.
YA
He's calling your
book.
girlfriend
Yeah,
an
it's,
idiot.
it's very
It's a young,
YA.
She was a
it's
tween when
a
she
young
read it.
adult.
There you go.
Remedial.
It's why
Translation.
It's why.
What's it talking about?
Blumhouse Pictures picked up the rights for Five Nights at Freddy's to make a movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You've only seen clips of it, I imagine.
Yeah, Parker's really into that and videos online. And Bendy, but I refuse to let him play them or watch any in-depth gameplay videos. It's most people just like talking about it because the premises of the games are so brutal.
Yeah. I've never played a Five Nights, but I've seen a couple videos that dive in depth to the lore. And
About a serial killer killing children and hiding them in
yeah,
animatronic
so
robots.
it's placed as like a
Animatronic.
backstory, or like you read some stuff in a newspaper, kind of. But there's so much like subtle, like little things that you kind of have to figure out what the backstory is. You could watch fucking 4 hours of video on between all these games now they have.
Yeah.
And I thought that storytelling was so like, I guess subtle and well peppered in to this game that has not. You don't even need the story for what it is, but
Well, it's like Bendy and the Ink Machine is like the same similar type thing. That's there. The characters are geared towards kids to look that way, but they're not children's stuff. So I told him, I said, once you're 10 years old, you can play this stuff, but you can't until then. I said, I don't mind if you watch other people talk about it, but I don't want you watching in-depth videos.
do you ever have a phobia for animatronic things like at Family Fun Center?
No.
I heard that's a legit.
Yeah.
Fear. I always liked those
her
people.
niece, or I guess our niece. Our niece has that.
Well,
Is
she
it-
has that with multiple things too. She
Yeah.
didn't like people dressing up as other people either.
So it's the same thing when she goes to Disneyland.
She did not like
She
it.
hated Disneyland.
It really. She doesn't. She also had an issue with Santa.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get in depth about Santa.
Why, you afraid of Santa?
No, it's...
They're asleep. It's
They're-
not hot.
it's-
You ever had experience on a Santa lap?
All right,
Sorry.
we're at an hour.
Santian.
Y'all, it's time to go.
Santian?
Santian.
North Polian?
North
I don't know what you're talking about.
North Poleonite. North Poleonite.
North Polanite.
So leads me back to my point. How do those elves not care that Tim Allen killed Santa Claus?
That
Well-
would be weird. Like he goes away and then just comes back. And you're
He's a
what the
different
fuck
guy.
That happened.
Well,
to
they
the
know
guy?
what happened. They've been doing this job for
How many Santas have they seen murdered?
Yeah, but like, don't they get attached or they just run him through?
that. What,
They're
Bernard.
death
His name
pool.
was Bernard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed to have things under control. Like he's the one running the show.
So maybe Santa's just like a figurehead.
Yeah, it's like the president. He doesn't actually do anything. The Senate and the House. And
Use
what's it?
I
everything.
thought we weren't going to do political talk.
How did he die this year? He fell off a building. Okay, Toby wins.
Well, fucking
The Deadpool.
Tim Allen got a hot cocoa machine put in the sleigh. Donald Trump hasn't done fucking shit.
Yeah.
Not passed one piece of legislation. Hopefully it stays that way because I don't want this tax plan to go through.
He's
But-
done more than a 9-month president has to date. I read that.
On Twitter.
From him.
Was
From
it
him.
from him?
You guys are such naysayers. Oh my god.
None of us want to be labeled as any of this, so we'll just drop it before it gets too far. Drop it. Drop it.
Anything
up.
else?
Drop it.
Avengers trailer tomorrow.
And we're out. You didn't get to talk about it, Brian.